All right, welcome everybody to Lake Love Yoga, our class. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. If you have a cushion and want to sit on one, you're welcome to. I like it, just it helps with tight hips and crossing the legs. Squish around, get yourself comfortable, and then just allow yourself to shut down the eyes. With every inhale, allowing your shoulders to release. And exhale, bring length to your breath. So we're just gonna take a few minutes here to start grounding ourselves into the space. Taking these few moments to honor the fact that you've protected this time for yourself. It's important, especially in this day and age, to be aware of self-care and make sure that you are doing everything you can to feel the best that you can, to live your best life. I invite you at this moment to think of an intention, if that's part of your practice, and just send that intention out through with the exhale. And your intention may be about the practice, it may be about your day, it may be about, for example, you may be a restless sleeper. So your intention is to practice yoga to help with sleep. And putting that out there sends that energy out. And allowing yourself to release any tension or tightness. And allow yourself to let go of your day. And we're just going to take a few breaths, more breaths here. On your next exhale, I'm just going to invite you to tip your chin down towards your chest, just stretching through the back of the neck. And then as we inhale, bringing that head back up. On your next exhale, you're going to let your head tip towards the right, close to the shoulder, but allow the shoulder to stay down. Don't bring it to meet your ear, just allow it to relax. You can keep your hands on your thighs or the hands can come at your sides. Notice what feels right in the moment. On your next inhale, lifting that head and allowing it to fall to the left. Noticing if one side is a little bit tighter than the other. And just send breath to the tightness, loosening those tight muscles. On our next inhale, bring our head back to center and let the chin tip, bowing the head again. Should feel this a little bit in the neck, and you might even feel it a little bit into the back of the shoulders and the upper back. That just could be tightness or tension. On your next inhale, lifting that head back up. Allow the head on the exhale to tip towards the right. We're just warming up through the neck, just bringing some motion to the neck, the joint in the neck. more the spine than the joints. Motion is lotion. So the more you move, the more you help to lubricate those vertebrae in the neck. And that can help to relieve any of this tension or soreness that you may feel on a day-to-day basis. Inhaling to bring that head back up and letting it fall to the left. One more time. Really allowing yourself to have length through that breath, allowing the full belly breath to inhale, expanding the belly. And then as you exhale, really releasing all that stale air. Belly button comes close towards the spine. Sometimes we forget to breathe. And so when your mind might wander or you start to think about the things that you need to do before or after class or tomorrow, just come back to the breath, acknowledge those thoughts, and notice the inhale and exhale. So on our next inhale, we're going to bring that head back up. We're just going to roll the shoulders back. Nice big rolls. As you inhale, letting go, lifting, and then releasing. Inhale through the roll. Exhaling as you bring those arms back and down. Bringing some nice motion into those shoulder joints. Staying with those nice deep belly breaths. On your next exhale, just allow those shoulders to stay down, coming to a nice neutral position. We're gonna imagine we're finding length through the spine. So sending the head towards the ceiling, tipping the chin a bit to bring that neutral spine and neck into alignment. And just take a few moments to breathe here. I'm going to invite you to take your right hand to the mat, lifting your left arm up and over. Stretching through that side body. And just playing with how far that arm that's on the ground comes out. So if it's close to your body, then it's a nice gentle stretch. And if you want a little bit more, again, it's always an option. Do where you feel is your edge. Let's bring some movement through the spine. And then as we inhale, we'll come back up and we're gonna bring that left hand this time to the mat. The right arm comes overhead. And again, on this side, same, and invite you to play around. Let it be playful, let it be fun. Allow it to be enjoyable in the moment and joyful. One more inhale, exhale breath. And then on the next inhale, bring those arms back up. And we're gonna inhale again and bring both arms up. Just allow those shoulders to stay down. And then as you exhale, you're gonna hinge at the hips, leading with the heart and come down. Bringing the arms down, head follows. And again, walk those hands back to wherever feels comfortable. You might feel that a little bit in the side of your leg or even in your inner thighs. This is a little bit of a hip stretch. So if you do a lot of sitting, you might feel this. You can potentially also feel it in the low back. So if there's any pain in the low back, walk those hands back and just come up. But if you want the option, you can always walk those hands out and just let the head fall. Allow it to be loose. Breathing in and out. On your next inhale, I invite you to walk those hands to the left. So this is going to give you a bit of a deeper stretch onto that right side. Again, do what feels good. So I'm a little bit tighter on this side, so I'm just going to move my hands up a bit. Still getting a nice stretch. Full yogic breaths. On the next inhale, you're going to walk the hands going over to the right this time. And again, just find where they feel tight. Remembering to listen to your body. The mind will tend to trick you. It'll make you think that you can do more than you want to, or it'll say, yeah, push yourself, but the body knows. So just listen to that. You don't want to feel pain. Just want this to be a nice, delicious stretch. On your next inhale, walk those hands back to the center, and then we're just going to slowly walk ourselves back onto coming up to a straight seated position. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So coming into our table position. So just find yourself with those wrists stacked under your shoulders, knees stacked under your hips. Gaze is in between those hands. And then as we inhale, we're going to allow the belly to fall, tip the tailbone up and look up. Inhaling, nice deep inhales. And then as you exhale, we'll curl the back, rounding through the shoulder blades. The chin tips, the tailbone tips. Inhaling, coming back through cow pose, and then just allow your breath to dictate. So as you exhale, curving the spine, opening up to the shoulder blades. Inhaling into cow. So just do a few more from wherever you are. Maybe 2 more breaths. And then come to a nice neutral spine. We're going to bring our toes together, bring our knees apart, and just come down into child's pose. Just for a rest and a breath. And then just walking yourself back up, coming up onto those knees. And we're going to come up to on our knees, and then we're going to bring our right leg forward. So we're going to come into low lunge. So just making sure that the knee doesn't go beyond the toes. And then this leg is going to be a little bit slightly angled. This is a nice stretch for those hip flexors. And then option to bring hands up, hands to your thigh. If you have blocks, you can use them here as well. Whatever feels best. And breathe. Really feeling that stretch in that leg that is back. Stretching out through that hip flexor. Our hips hold a lot of tension, a lot of tightness, a lot of emotion. So just let that go. Releasing the hands from wherever they are and come back on both knees. And then we're going to do that on the opposite side. So bringing the opposite leg forward, whichever you started with, you're going to go on the opposite side. So I'm on my left or right this time. My left leg is behind me, bending into that front knee. And just notice where you feel that nice, delicious stretch. Hands to the thigh or hands up. If you feel a little bit unbalanced, move those legs a little bit further apart. That'll bring some more steadiness to the pose. And if you have some problems with your knee, you can always bring a cushion and put it under your knee as well. Should have said that before. Stretching that hip flexor. Taking another breath here. And then releasing that and coming back to your knees. And then we're going to come up to a standing position. So we're going to come to mountain pose. So just find your grounding. So grounding down through your mat. Big toe, baby toe, heel. Imagine that you're creating those roots. Nice deep roots. Connecting you to the earth. And we'll just allow those shoulders to roll up and back, just coming into a nice neutral spine. Tailbone might be tipped a little bit in. And bring a nice soft bend to your knees if that's comfortable. Just take a moment to ground down, sending those hands out to wherever's comfortable. They can be at your side. You can open them up, palms out, sending out positive love and energy out to the universe, to yourself, to your family. And breathe. On your next inhale, bring those arms up above your head. And we're going to clasp the left hand with the right. So the left hand is going to go around the right wrist. And then you're just going to tip to the side. Allowing it to be delicious, no pain. And continue to find that breath, always coming back to the breath. Again, if your mind wanders, I always invite you to find that breath. Notice maybe the sensation of it coming in through your nose and out through your nose. Or notice the belly expanding. And then inhale to come back up. We'll release those arms and give those shoulders a roll. Taking a breath here. And then inhaling to bring those arms up again. Clasping the left arm with the right this time. The right arm with the left, sorry. And just tipping to the left side. Nice gentle side bend. Take one more breath here. And then on the next inhale, releasing those arms, bringing them back down again. We'll give our shoulders another roll. I know with me, sometimes I feel like I lose a little bit of sensation in my shoulders, so I'm just going to give them a roll. Maybe tilt that head back and forth. So we're going to come into a nice warrior pose. So I'm going to invite you to take your left leg and point it towards one edge of your mat, and your right leg is going to go the opposite way. So it's going where your small side of your mat is. And then you're going to bend into that front knee, finding that stability, allowing that knee to stay in front of the toes. And then as you inhale, we bring the arms up, gazing at that arm that's forward. And maybe as you exhale, you're sinking a little bit more into that pose, really strengthening and stretching into that front leg. Shut down the eyes if that feels comfortable. Sometimes that allows you to notice how the pose feels in your body as opposed to being distracted from anything that's outside of you. On the next inhale, and then exhale, release those arms down, and we'll just switch the sides. So now your right foot is pointing forward, your left foot is going the same way as the short part of your mat, and you're going to bend into that front knee. And then once you've found your stability, inhale to bring those arms up. Again, maybe as you exhale, you're sinking in a little bit more. That's an option. So just always know that it's an option. You're challenging yourself. It's not a competition with anybody else. You want to do what works for your body. And again, if you want to shut down the eyes, that's available. Noticing how you feel in the pose. Allow the shoulders to be relaxed. And on your next exhale, release those arms. We're going to switch to the opposite side again. And this time we'll do warrior, a little flow warrior with warrior, reverse or exalted warrior. So bending into that front knee, sinking down, and then as you inhale, bringing those arms up. If your eyes aren't shut, you can focus on that front arm, your focal point, the drishti, looking into the future. And the back arm represents letting the past go. On your next inhale, tip that hand forward so your palm faces up, and then curl that front arm back, and you're going to slide that back arm down the back leg. The front leg will straighten. You can straighten it all the way, micro bend, whatever feels the best right now. And this might be your best for today, and tomorrow will be different. Every day is a different day, and just start a new day with a beginner's mind. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to come back through to warrior two. Just a breath here. And then release those arms. And then turn to the other side. So the other foot is going to face forward, bending into that front knee, finding what feels comfortable. And then as you inhale, bring those arms up. Strong warriors. Whatever you face in your day, bring your warrior with you. Keep that strength. And know that today is only today and tomorrow is a new day. On your next inhale, you're going to turn that palm to face up, curl that front arm back, back arm goes down the back leg. Again, that bit of straightening to the front leg. You can straighten it completely, micro bend, whatever feels good. Reversed or exalted warrior, or maybe dancing warrior, some people call it. On your next inhale, coming back through to warrior two, taking a breath here, releasing those arms, pointing both feet forward and then just walking them in. Ooh, maybe give those legs a shake. The ankles might need a bit of a roll, whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to find that mountain again. So ground those feet, those toes down into the mat, creating those roots, and then allow the shoulders to relax. Nice light tip of the tailbone. And just relax here for a breath or two. Notice the feelings from the poses we've just done. Notice where you might feel less tight, less tension, or where you felt, oh, that was a little bit of a pinch today. And just remember that for next time, just to go to your edge. Beautiful. So I'm going to invite you to become a tree. So you're going to ground down. So I invite you to find what leg feels good for you first. So just grounding. First, we want to create those roots, that nice solid base for our tree. And then wherever you feel good with your knee, so you're going to bend the opposite leg that you're not balancing on, and you can bring it to your ankle, to your calf, or if it's available, up to your thigh. You just want to leave it off the knee. So once you feel like you're grounded, then you're going to grow those branches in whatever way that the branches work for you. So maybe they are open and blowing, maybe they're nice and tall and long. Remembering that the trunk, the roots are the strongest. So ground down through those roots. Find that focal point, something that's not moving to help you stay balanced. And also remember that in nature, trees sway with the wind. So if you're swaying, that's just a more beautiful way to notice that we are also part of nature. One more breath. And then just release that leg. Maybe do some ankle twists with the leg you were standing on. Shake out those legs. We're going to do in the opposite side. So whichever leg you chose first, you're going to go to the other leg this time. Bend that opposite knee and then just find where it's comfortable. Ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Really ground down through that and don't rush it. No rush, no race. We're here for the moment. When you feel fully balanced, you found that focal point, you can bring your hands to heart center, grow your branches. Be easy on yourself. Know that wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And invite that and enjoy that. Beautiful, nice, slow inhales and exhales. Then releasing the arms, releasing the legs, just shaking them out a little bit. So we'll do one more standing pose just to really work on those legs. We're gonna do some chair. So I will turn this way so you can see me. So we'll start in mountain. So again, just find that mountain pose, ground down through the heels, the big toe, baby toe. Even maybe lift your toes and then replace them to really find that solid ground. Shoulders nice and relaxed. And then just as it is, it's a chair. So you're gonna almost imagine that you're sitting down. So you can do that first and bring the hands to your thighs or bring them right up. Allow that neck and spine to be in a nice neutral. So you don't want your head to be looking down. You want to have it up. So you feel as if there's a line from your tailbone to the top of your head. And really breathe in and out. You can pull that belly button in towards the spine to help give you some stability. Shutting down the eyes is also always available. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to fold forward, hinging at the hips, bringing the hands down to wherever is available. If you need a block, you can rest on the block. Just stretching through the back of the legs. Bend those knees if that's comfortable. And then we'll remove the block, bring the hands down and walk the feet out a bit and come into a downward dog. And just walk the dog. So one knee bending, then the other knee bending. Slowly walking that dog. And then come to a still downward dog. And take a few breaths here. And then releasing down onto your knees. And then we're just going to come down onto our belly. So maybe rock your hips from side to side a little bit, just to release some of that low back tension, if you feel any. And then we're going to just bring our hands back beside us. Our palms are facing up. So we're going to do locust, but we're going to start slowly. So the first thing you're going to have is your forehead placed on the mat. Allow everything to just sink into the mat. And then as you inhale, just lift the head and shoulders. Noticing how this feels in your low back again. And then exhale, release. Bring the forehead back down to the mat. And then on your next inhale, you're going to lift the head and the shoulders, and maybe the arms come up this time off the mat. Pointing those fingers down towards the toes. And breathe. And then exhale to release. Forehead goes to the mat. Allow everything to release, even maybe doing those hip movements again if you feel tightness in the low back. Breathing. And then on your next inhale, lifting the head, the arms, the shoulders, and then the feet will come up as well. Wherever they come. You might only lift an inch, a millimeter, whatever is good for you, and breathe. And then release. Allowing everything to sink down into the mat, forehead on the mat. Oh, taking nice, slow, deep breaths. Then I'm just going to invite you to bring your hands about shoulder height. So you'll place your hands, your palms on the mat, and then just push yourself up. And then we're going to come into child's pose. So your toes are going to come together, knees maybe mat width apart. You can also do child's pose this way. So you bring your legs together, if you can see me, and come down. I prefer this way. So I'm just going to just do this and honor your body. Do what your body prefers. Release. Sink in and let go. And then on the next inhale, slowly walking those hands up, coming into a seated position. So I'm going to invite you to extend your right leg out to the angle to the side, bringing that left foot in. And as you inhale, sitting up straight and tall, and then exhale, turn yourself slowly towards that leg that's pointed out. And just feel here what feels good. So you might want to point your toe towards your body. You might want to point your toe out, just whatever feels nice and delicious. As you inhale, bring those arms up, and then exhale, slowly fold over that leg. Reaching wherever's comfortable. So your hands can place beside your leg. You can hold on to your calf, your thigh. If you reach your ankle, I invite you to find what feels like the best stretch for you. Yoga is all about honoring the body. Sometimes we do so many things that are not in ways of honoring our body. And this is the opportunity to let go of all those things that we've done and truly honor every movement that our body can make. Loving who we are and what we are. And knowing that we're exactly where we should be at this moment. I'll take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to do gate pose. So you're going to come up onto this knee. The leg that's extended is going to stay out. And then you're going to bring your arm up. Stretching out. Breathing, shutting down the eyes if that feels comfortable. And then releasing back onto your bottom. And then we'll switch the opposite leg. So bringing that left leg out this time. Right leg comes in. And then turning that body towards that extended leg. Inhaling to bring arms up. And then exhale and fold forward. Reaching wherever you find. Continuing to allow length to be in the breath. Releasing a little bit with every exhale. On your next inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll do gate on this side. So you're going to come up onto that right knee. Left leg extends out. The left arm comes over. Beautiful side stretch. Breathing. One more breath here. And then just come back down onto your bottom. I'm going to invite you to just place your feet on the mat, bend your knees, and roll yourself back down onto your back. So just find where is comfortable at this moment. Place the feet on the mat, the knees will be bent, hands are at your side. And just notice where you are in contact with the ground. And breathe. So we're going to do some bridge pose here. So just find your hands and place them on the mat, face down, palms down. I invite you to walk your heels in towards your bottom as close as you can get it. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, you're just going to lift, bringing that lower back up off the mat, coming into whatever variation of bridge you find. So there's this option. There's also the option to bring arms under your bottom and clasp your hands there. Find what is available to you. And remember, they're always only options. Do what feels good. Taking one more nice, slow, deep breath. Then release that low back down. And then just allow the legs to fall to the right. Just a nice, slow windshield wiper. And then to the left. Just bringing some movement to that low back. To the right again. And one more time to the left. Beautiful. And then allow those legs to come back up. We're going to do bridge one more time. So again, just walking those heels in close to the bottom. Hands placed on the mat. As you inhale, we lift the low back up. Trying to keep those legs from falling to the side. Imagine that there's a glass ball in between your knees and you really want to hold on to it. Taking nice slow inhales and exhales. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release that back down. We're going to allow the legs to fall to the left first this time. Feel that deliciousness. Inhaling and bringing them back to the right. Inhale through center, over to the left. And one more inhale, bringing those legs to the right. Beautiful windshield wipers. And then inhaling, bringing those legs back up. So we're going to cross our right leg over our left. So our right ankle is sitting on the top of our left thigh. And then as we inhale, we're just going to lift those legs. You can have your hands at the side. You can clasp that left leg to bring it in a little bit more. You can place your hands wherever feels comfortable. This is a nice, again, another nice hip flexor stretch in that right side. So if you're ever feeling that you've been sitting for too long and you feel like tightness in your hips or in that part of your leg, that side back, just give it a nice stretch. One more breath here. And then release that leg back down. Placing the left foot on the mat, uncrossing the leg. The right foot goes on the mat this time. Left leg places on top of the right thigh. Take a moment here to breathe. And then inhale, lifting those legs up, stretching into that left side. Continuing to find length through the breath. And then on your next exhale, releasing that right foot down, bringing the left foot onto the mat. We're going to extend that left leg all the way out. The back of the left leg is placed on the mat and the right leg is still bent. And then I invite you to bring the right leg into chest, pulling it in towards your body. And then you're just going to allow the right leg to fall over the left. So we're coming into a twist. And then bring the arms to a T if that's comfortable. They can stay neutral at the side of your body, whatever feels good. Twists are not only good for movement in the spine, but they also massage your inner organs as well, stimulating those lower parts of the organs of your body. Taking one more breath. And then inhaling, lifting that right leg, placing the right foot on the mat, extending that right leg out, and this time the left leg bends. And then just allow that left leg to come over to your right side, twisting. Again, finding those arms in a T if that's comfortable. The arms can stay just beside you. And breathe. Nice, slow, deep inhales and exhales. And then on your next inhale, lifting that leg back up, placing the left foot on the mat. Just extend that left leg out this time. So both legs are extended, arms are at your side. And just take a moment to notice again where your body is connected to the ground, to the mat. I'm going to invite you at this time to raise your arms up above your head. So your arms, your fingers are pointed towards one wall and your toes are pointed towards the other wall. And you're just going to stretch. So imagine that somebody's got your wrists and they're pulling you, trying to make you longer. And then release and relax everything. And then we'll do that one more time. So extending those arms out, pointing those toes, pointing those fingers, tightening up those muscles, spreading the fingers, pointing the toes, and release. At this time, I'm going to invite you to start to set up for our final pose, our Shavasana, our corpse pose. So if at this time you feel that you maybe need something underneath your head or maybe something underneath your knees, I usually use a pillow or a bolster under my knees. Just start to get comfortable. Maybe you need a blanket to keep you warm. Get yourself as comfortable as you can get. And start to notice your breath again. And allow your toes to relax. Allow your feet to relax. Allow your ankles to relax. Your shins, your calves, knees to relax. Allow the upper parts of your legs to relax. Allow your belly, your bottom, your low back to relax. Sinking down into the mat. Allow your upper back, your chest, your shoulders, and shoulder blades to relax. Allow your arms to relax, your upper arms, your lower arms. Allow your hands to relax. Maybe finding a curl in your fingers. Allow your neck to relax, your throat to relax. Allow your jaw to relax. Allow your cheekbones, your eyeballs to sink into your eye sockets. Allow the back of your head to relax. Your brow and forehead, releasing your creases in your forehead and relax. Allow the top of your head to relax, the back of your head to relax. Releasing, relaxing, Shavasana. I'm going to invite you to slowly start to bring yourself back to the space, doing some movements that honor how you're feeling, maybe wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes, moving your head from side to side. Whatever feels good right now, just do that. And then when you're ready and in your own time, I invite you to bend your legs, removing any props if you need to. And then just allow yourself to slowly come onto one side. Just take a moment here, a pause, allowing all the benefits that we've just done for our body for this hour to sink into our heart. Being grateful for this time that we took for ourselves and remembering how important it is to protect that time for ourselves. And when you're ready and in your own time, I invite you to slowly make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring hands to heart center, and we'll bring our hands to our forehead first to ask that we know the truth, to bring our hands to our lips to ask that we speak the truth, and to bring our hands to our heart to ask that we are the truth. I want to thank you for honoring yourself and taking this time for you. And I also thank you for joining me for a yoga class. Please come back and see me again. Namaste. What does it say? What happened? It's right here. And?